Welcome back, everybody. In today's episode of Cooking with Kirby, we're going to be making some pickled jalapenos just like how you would see at the taco shops. This is a really easy recipe and it's a good snack right before you eat your meal. So no further ado, let's get into the recipe.
Since you're here, hit the like and subscribe button and make sure that the notification bell is ring. Check me out on social media, that way you can get notification of all my new recipes.
For our ingredients, we're gonna need some jalapenos, of course. I'm gonna do a small batch, so I'm gonna be doing about 4 jalapenos. I'm gonna chop these right now, cut them in portions, and then you're gonna need 1 carrot. We're gonna be slicing this up, and we're gonna be needing 3 garlic cloves. You want a good sized garlic clove. 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. Then we're also gonna be needing a half of a tablespoon of Spanish oregano. Dill, this is optional, but I like to give it that dill flavor, you know, like you do in pickles. But yeah, I'm gonna be adding in some dill. And then we're gonna be needing 3/4 cup of white distilled vinegar. We're also gonna be needing a cup of water.
We're also gonna be needing 1/4 of an onion.
All right, so for our carrots, we're gonna be kind of coming at an angle. You wanna get these thin because we're not gonna really cook these as much. We're just gonna boil the mixture. And we're gonna be, you know, just putting it in our mason jar. So you kind of want these a little thin, about like that, I'd say. So let's go ahead and chop this up, and then we'll get to our jalapenos. Then once you have everything chopped, you want to go ahead and put everything in your mason jar. So for the onion, we're just gonna go ahead and slice that. We're gonna have little slices of onion in there. Now when working with jalapenos or peppers, you want to make sure that you use gloves, because if you get that capsaicin on your skin, it's a little uncomfortable and it does burn. Okay, so I've already washed our peppers. Now you could do this however you want. You can cut little circles, you know, through the jalapeno. But how they usually normally do it at the restaurants is they usually just cut them in half. But I think today, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in quarters, since it's a small batch, that way I can get a little bit better peppers, and then I'll probably cut these in half. Yeah, just like that. You want the seeds and everything. It's going to make it nice and spicy. Now this batch of peppers are hot, so that's why I always recommend wearing the gloves when you're dealing with, you know, hot peppers like these. But this is actually a pretty tasty side condiment when you make tacos, or anything that you're really making, Mexican food wise. It's a good little condiment, just to snack on. All right, now that we have our onions, jalapenos, and carrots taken care of, let's go ahead and get to our pickling juice. All right, we're gonna go ahead and turn on our heat. All right, so we're gonna put in 3/4 of a cup of white distilled vinegar, along with 1 cup of water. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw in our garlic, our oregano, our salt, and 2 sprigs of dill. All right, so we're gonna just bring this up to a boil. Now you want this as hot as possible, because when we put it into our jar, we want it to cook the carrots and the jalapenos. So we're gonna go ahead and just give this a mix, stir in, and allow some of those flavors to blend with each other. We're gonna let this boil for like about 2 minutes. We should be able to blend all those flavors together, the oregano, the garlic, and some of that dill. You can smell it though, it smells really good. So I'm gonna put a timer, let this cook for 2 minutes, and that way that mixture can be really, really hot, so that way it cooks our peppers and our carrots and onion. The onion's not gonna be a big deal, but the main thing I'm worried about is the carrots. So we kind of want this hot as possible. All right, so after about 2 minutes, we'll go ahead and remove the dill. It's a little hot, so be careful. Now be real careful, use a funnel if you can. Just pour it right in. Now you want to go ahead and cover. That way you can start the cooking process. Now if you don't have enough to cover it, just boil a little bit more water, which I'm going to do right now. That way you can just cover the top of the jalapenos. Alright, now that our second batch of water is boiling, go ahead and add some of that there just to cover the top of the jalapenos. There we go. Just like that. Now cover it up. So this water is really hot, boiling hot. So we're gonna let this sit in room temperature until it cools down. That way it can, somewhat cook those carrots and the jalapenos. Once it gets to room temperature, then you can just put it in the fridge. And I would say let it sit there for about 3 days. Give it a taste. See if it's, pickly enough for you. The good thing about this is the longer you let it sit, the better it gets. So check it in about 3 days. And if it's to your liking, go ahead and start enjoying them. If not, wait for about a week and then see how it goes from there. That's the good thing about pickling, is it gets better and better as you let it, just marinate. So I'm gonna let this sit in room temperature. But that's it. That's how you make Mexican pickled jalapenos. Let me know what you think about that recipe. It's really easy to do, and it's a great snack right before your meal. Just get you a pepper and a carrot, some good stuff right there. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. That way you can see future videos just like this. As always, I'll leave the link in the video description and in the comment section, so that way you can go to my website, cookingwithkirby.com, to get the full printable recipe. I have these recipes, they're really good, and you should try them out. Now y'all be beautiful, and take care.